we on? He's not.
It's not one hard to read. It's step by step. One foot in front of the other, day by day. Get better every single day. Then when you look back, and you look down, you realize the mountain that you can scale.
Are we good? We ready to roll? So welcome everybody to StingTV's coverage of Wasatch High School girls basketball. Wasatch Wasps, ranked number 3 in the state 5A RPI, will host the number 1 seed Timpview Thunderbirds. Brent Martindale here on StingTV with Ken Purdy. And Ken, this doesn't get much bigger than this, does it?
And we talked about this last week. We knew it was going to be a barn burner, boys and girls, but no bigger than this one right here. 1 and 3 in the RPI ratings, 1 and 2 in region. Anytime you bring a Timpview team in, you know you're going to get their, you're going to get an elite program. They got it together, and it looked like, without watching the last game, it was the bigs. It was Timpview's bigs that made the difference. So that's what we've got to work on a little bit, rebound and make shots.
So Timpview Thunderbirds actually do not average as many points per game as Wasatch does, but they lead the state in limiting teams on scoring. So they and that's what happened last game. The last time they met was a few weeks ago at Timpview High School. Wasatch actually led at the halftime of that game. And then a strong fourth quarter. Timpview pulled ahead. Final score was 57-50, but the game actually was much closer than that. Just free throws at the end that went home, and they won that first game. So, yeah, it's a big match. In fact, Ken, I was talking to couple admin before the game. I don't know if there's ever been as big a game for Wasatch High School girls in season like this.
Yeah.
So implications are, as you mentioned, right now it's a tie. Timpview did lose a couple of weeks ago to Salem Hills. They lost. So they're 6-1 each in region. So it's tied for first. So obviously at this stage of the game, with only a couple of weeks left, that you're talking about, this will decide almost
how you're
who's going to win region.
Yeah, and last time I peeked at the RPI, and they're getting ready to tip it off. Timpview was 1, we were 3. Bountiful had slipped into the number 2 position.
Up. Even though Wasatch won their last 2 games, and Bountiful still moved up.
And you want to stay as far away from those 2 teams as possible. So you got to, it'd be nice to have that number 2 ranking or a number 1 ranking with a good win tonight.
So we begin Wasatch winning the jump ball to start the game and running their first set of offenses.
And to your point,
turnover.
There's a couple ways that you can score a bunch of points. You'd be a great perimeter shooting team, but usually what carries you to the championship is a great defensive team, and that's what Timpview's got tonight. So
down low, first look at number 5. That's Rayleigh Naliai.
Boy, and that was effortless.
Immediately scores a bucket over, it looked like it was Bailey Sweat that was on her. So We'll have to take a look at that. Wasatch with their second opportunity. Feely's going to take the three-pointer just off the front rim. Rebound,
much softer
wrestling match it looks like down low. They're going to give it to Timpview.
Those need to fall. This is one of those games where you need a little bit of everything, right? And Peyton Banky running the point there is usually your best three-point shooter, but Feely has got to bring her field goal percentage up, and she has been looking really good last couple of weeks. So
Ashley Garner, 18.5 points per game average this season, but Peyton Banky's average has moved up to 14. That's almost 2 steals by Feely. Now there's a steal by Ashley Garner.
Well, both teams are doing the same thing. They're trying to make that pass, and their wing player is not moving. They're not making a cut, and we're trying to throw it through somebody, and there's somebody in the corner. I like that, and let's see if Bailey
Sweat with the first bucket of the game.
And Bailey confidently just comes down and just points at Banky like, hey, I'm there all night. Bailey does not shoot that much when she does.
Well, it could be a sign that obviously she might be left open. Right. Here's the first three-point attempt for Timpview off the front rim, and the ball lands in Timpview's hands. Another three-pointer. You can't give them two opportunities. That one by Leah Atuaya. That's her first points of the game, and it's 5-2 for Timpview.
I like the first shot, three-point they shot, and we just need to come down with that rebound. As you mentioned every week, that winner of the offensive rebound, the rebounding game, usually dominates here, and that's a good look. I think one too many passes.
Well, there was actually, it looked like 2 options. The Sweat over on the right side under the rim, but Ashley Garner was actually opening up, and I don't think Feely saw her.
You're right, and that was the tougher of the 2 passes. Yeah. So Danny Garner's going to check in.
The Thunderbirds with the early 5-2 lead.
And I was talking about before, neither team are getting great passing lanes. They're standing there and trying to make that. You've got to dribble, give yourself a better passing lane. Wings got to cut a little bit better. But
Danny Garner checks into the game for Bailey Sweat. An inbound play, beautifully run.
Easy.
That's going to be once again Nale Ai.
And that might have been a little bit Danny Garner. She's a young player. Didn't realize that.
We welcome that pass just out of the hands of Danny Garner. Another turnover for Wasatch. And there's a block shot by Ashley Garner. The attempt by Leah Atuaya. Feely comes all the way down, coast to coast, and puts it in.
Yeah, she had decided early, and I think she was trying to draw the foul on her. So didn't get it, but got the bucket, and that is great for Feely to start off the game.
7-4 is the score. Early on, 3-point attempt by Nale Ai is good again.
And there's another one, and that they all can shoot the three, but we were rotating a lot better. So that's all that's going to be open. So if they want to try to live right there, we might let them.
Nale Ai with 7 points, and Timpview up 10-4. Feely's going to drive. Little shot, good. A little 7-foot fadeaway. Looked like she was bumped to fade away, but
told
no
her
call.
after the last game to keep shooting that fadeaway, and she just balances herself. And she got fouled too, so they're letting them play tonight.
Nale post at the top, free throw line, shot no good, but the rebound, offensive board by Livia Iyer.
Don't make it easy.
Ken, I'm pretty sure Livia Iyer was a volleyball player, don't you think?
Yeah,
I think that was one of the games we did.
Yep.
Iyer for the season averaging about 6 points a game.
And 2 sports that really complement each other. So, when you get a volleyball player over here, a basketball player thing, they're going to be athletic. They're going to have a good base.
Iyer makes the first free throw and sinks the second very effortlessly. Full court pressure now by Timpview.
Hit the middle. That's how you break it. But we got to get down fast.
Kate Miller at the top. And Richens.
Kenzie Richens got to be careful about killing that dribble.
Pass trying to get down low.
That's 2 turnovers.
I think the idea was there, but it was like passed almost without really looking. So another turnover for Wasatch. That shot is short, but another offensive board. 2 offensive rebounds. This time Ashley Garner comes down with it. Ken, Wasatch is at 4 turnovers already here in this first quarter.
And that's the difference in the game right now, is you're just giving them too many opportunities.
3 offensive rebounds on the play before.
I like it.
2 on that one.
And she's drawing the foul. Peyton's so smart. You know, usually she's got that soft touch in there, and she just took it right to her. So that's gonna be a big thing in this game, is the fouls. And first foul of the night. Well, I see we got another one. We don't have somebody up there, but for number 5 to grab that for Timpview, that's exactly who we want to get it.
Daliai given her first personal foul of the game. Peyton Banky with her first points, sinks both of them, and it's 12-8. The largest lead here in the first quarter was 6 already for Timpview. Point guard is Lena Ballin. Ballin actually leading the team points per game, 14.
And that's a very nice
another
pass.
Three-pointer, no good. This time rebound stays with Wasatch.
So you got to make them pay. You see Danny Garner standing down here herself. We got to keep our head up. And if they're gonna try to trap up front and we get down the court quickly, we're gonna have some easy baskets.
Another turnover, another steal. This is exactly what Timpview does well. Their defense is stifling.
And there's nothing special about it. They just keep their feet. They don't reach. That's a good inbound. There's a good
great passing. That is Naliai to Iyer for the bucket. 14-8. 30-second timeout's going to be called by Wasatch.
Coach Hull wants to slow it down. She wants to talk to him. We're getting the inbounds pass, and Peyton just kind of looked at her like, okay, what are we running now, Coach? We really haven't gotten in the flow of anything. We're driving, which is not my favorite part of the offense. Is just kind of one-on-one drive. It's worked, but we need to make that defense move, and they're playing a lot of man-to-man. That's going to be their strength. You need to get some picks off the ball, get some back cuts, get some easy buckets. Once that happens, that 3 will open up. And you got to get it into Ashley and make them guard her, right?
Yeah.
Because if they're not, they can stay out of. I'm not going to guard my perimeter opponent if I know Ashley Garner's underneath the basket. I'm gonna sag to help.
Wasatch, by my count, already with 5 turnovers here in the first quarter.
Wow.
There will be some substitutions. It looks like they're going to rest Ashley Garner and bring in Mihaela Speridan. Garner, I believe, with 2 points.
I'd like to see them just go with Mihaela and just get her on the block.
Another turnover. Once again, passing just seems to be, like you said, telegraphing or something.
Yep.
Timpview picking up on it very easily.
We're not creating lanes.
Iyer with the move inside. They're going to call a foul on the rebound.
And that's on number 5. That's number 2 on her. And she took that pretty well. I would be, and she's going to sit down.
Naliai comes out of the game, top scorer for Timpview.
And I lost my train of thought a little bit there, but you're exactly right. Our passing lanes are not good. Our spacing's not good. We need to get a screen on the ball right now. And we're not getting that. And so we're just hoping they're going to be open.
Danny Garner spins. She's going to try to get it down low. She gets her own pass back. Blocked by Iyer. Iyer right now dominating underneath the basket, Ken.
Yeah, she is. And
you're right, another deflected pass. It's like you said, Iyer's going to get the shot off. No good. It looked like she was bumped from behind.
Yeah, that's going our way.
Battle on the rebound's going to go toward Wasatch.
Going to go our way.
You know, you mentioned a minute ago, Ken, and I'm noticing it with several of these players. They're not bothered. It doesn't bother them if they get fouled during a play and don't get called. They just keep playing.
Yeah. And Timpview is very methodical. They're not rattled at all, but we're reaching. And
Really?
There's got to be more fouls. You have got to take care, as an official, you got to take care of that early. Because
Sorry, again, foul's going to be charged to Ellie Esplin of the Thunderbirds. Feely was trying to get that into Mihaela Speridan. Here's the replay on that. They almost easily could have called the foul on Iyer as well, but
Ashley's got to go to work here.
Ashley turns, spin.
Great move.
Spin move by Peyton.
Man, is there anything
Benke.
she can't do? I was just going to say, hey, let's get to somebody working the post. My apologies, Peyton. I will never doubt you, girl. And that
Pass
is
down
too
low
easy.
once again.
Too easy.
Olivia Iyer. 16 Iyer now with 6 points of her own.
There we go. Top of the key.
Ashley Garner with the shot right at the top of the key and no rebounding for Wasatch.
And Timpview just rebounding. Oh, got a little carry there. If you go back there, Timpview, number 10, she did a great job. Olivia Iyer almost put Mihaela Spirit in the Spirit in the bleachers.
Amazing. Blocking out, is that what you mean?
Yeah, boxing out. So they do, they're very sound.
Wasatch going to have the last possession, possibly, of this first quarter.
Love it.
Feely takes the
such
jumper.
A nice shot.
12-foot jumper, good. That
Nice
makes
shot.
it 16-12. Timpview now with the last opportunity here. 10 seconds, down to 7 seconds. 5 seconds. It's almost like they don't know.
And got away with one.
Shot did get off, but it's no good. So, and right there you could see Lena Ballin says she didn't know the time. So
looks like she's a little frustrated she didn't get the call, but I'm going to tell you what, it's going both ways because we're getting the same treatment, and they're letting us play a little bit. I think that's a bad thing for an official to do because as this game gets tight, he's going to have to start calling that stuff.
12-16, the lead goes to Timpview. And Ken, I would have to say Wasatch not playing great, but probably happy they're within 4 at the end of one.
Right where I need to be. And I wasn't too worried about us being down 6. Just looking, Brent, we have 30 viewers already on tonight, so if that'll tell you it's a big game.
Well, we hope and we thank any Timpview viewers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we apologize for names. Clearly, Timpview names so far have been the most difficult to pronounce of the season, but we're
not as familiar with those
girls. We're just honored to have everybody here, and so we apologize up front if we get any names wrong. We will continue to try our best. We did a whole session down there with. I got to meet Haley Steed, the head coach, and she was very patient with me and trying to pronounce the names.
They're just classy.
I'd say it, and she'd smile, and not like that. Just try this, and she was very nice. And
she's awesome.
So coming out of the timeout, Timpview will have the first possession, up 16-12, and the number 1 RPI ranked team in the 5A.
They are the big dogs.
That's going to be a quick drive. And foul. Lena Ballin drives.
And almost like
causes a foul.
She just decided to put her head down and go through that. So I'm not really sure what I'm sure Feely reached for that, but she just needs to stand her ground.
Foul was actually given to Kate Miller. 3-point attempt by number 21 Janae.
Man, and that's at least 4
Namulauti.
The percentage from behind the arc is incredible, and that's the difference in the game. Turnovers with us, giving them those out there. I like the screen. It's happening.
It's 2 different girls. Mihaela Speridan gets the pass down low. Can't make it happen.
Yeah, she did.
Had a nice move and had a wide open field. The pass once again made look so easy.
Too easy. And
that's Ballin to Atuaya.
Mihaela is a freshman, folks. She will get better, and that is a great move by her. We just got to get those to fall.
Timpview right now dominating. Mihaela Speridan passes it down low to Ashley Garner.
Yep.
She's fouled. That's going to be, I'm guessing, charged to Lena Ballin.
Yep, Lena will get that, and that's another young lady that Timpview cannot afford to get some fouls on, because she's kind of the field general right there.
First foul of the night for Ballin.
And so far the best defender for Timpview, I have to say. 22 locked somebody up. And she is
that's all done.
Great replay there. Super. Boy, Mihaela, that is such a big-time pass. for that young lady.
So we got major confusion here going on. The basket was good. The one referee, I believe, didn't think it was a basket, so he thought it was 2 shots. The other referee, that's my guess. The other referee saying, no, that's live ball because it was foul on the shot, basket made, and then 1 free throw for Ashley Garner. But now what's going to have to happen, they're just going to give it to Timpview down below.
Wow.
And
7-point lead right now, and I don't want to fall. I don't want to get much lower than this, guys. This is you've got to keep this thing tight because Timpview could blow this open.
that basket by Ashley Garner is her first bucket of the night. Wide open three-pointer for Atuaya. It's an air ball. That's going to be a play by Feely.
He just threw it off of her.
Yep.
Change it.
Ball's going to go to Wasatch. Okay. So
give him some credit there. But see, we're doing the same thing. We did not rotate the last couple of weeks, and we got hurt on that that three from the corner. We've got to do a better job.
Feely and Namulauti battling for the rebound, and Feely just bumped it off of her leg out of bounds. So both of them crashed.
Get some cuts there. Get Ashley open.
Pass down low. Feely's going to take another jump shot.
Get in there.
Good. Feely Liava'a.
Man, she did love when she is feeling a little bit. And Ashley was open, but there's nothing wrong with that shot.
Steal by Ashley Garner. It's 1-on-3. She's going to pull it back. No, she's going to go to the basket.
And
she's fouled.
And that's a hard foul. Now listen.
Basket counts.
Mrs. Iyer she's doing her best, but you just can't put your body into somebody when they're open like this, and that's just what happened. That's a foul.
That's a great replay, by the way. Great job, crew.
You get a locked in official, and that could have been that could be flagrant.
Garner misses the free throw, but Feely gets it, passes it down low to Mihaela, and it's thrown away.
Mahala's got these girls are tough in the post.
Going to be the foul charge to Feely. As Lena Ballin drove.
And really, if she had stayed down, Lena Ballin is just putting her shoulder into her. And it's going both ways. I think Feely does the same thing, so does Peyton. So
Feely will take a seat on the bench with 2 fouls. And checking back into the game is Mackenzie Richens. Looks like Timpview wants to take a break, take a 30-second timeout, and talk about it just a little bit. So Ken, as I mentioned, talking to Haley Steed, the head coach at Timpview, a little bit, very confident, but very, very respectful, knowing how powerful Wasatch can be. And looking at the stats, Ken, over Region 7 competition, Wasatch actually scores more points against other Region 7 foes than Timpview. But, again, as we mentioned, Timpview holds teams to fewer points as well.
Yes.
So it truly is a battle of offensive team versus a defensive team.
Well, and I would have said that they don't shoot for as much for the perimeter, but, man, they're killing us from the 3 tonight, and they've been successful when they've won in the paint. There's not a weak spot right now in Timpview's offense. There really isn't.
2 3-pointers by Timpview so far made. No 3-pointers. Another wide open 3-pointer. Good. Just as you said, Ken. That's Lena Ballin.
And Mahala's looking over. She goes, Mihaela cannot get out there. That is not her. That's not her. Her young lady to guard.
Ballin averages. Here's the 3-pointer. That looked like it was possibly deflected.
Yeah. Kick. There's a kick.
And no good. Peyton Banky 0 for 2 on the 3-pointers tonight. They're going to call that on
player control.
They're going to call that on Lena Ballin.
She's been doing that all night. And
lowered that shoulder just a little bit.
Coach, you can get on him, but I'm telling you, that's not the first thing. And let me tell you, officials remember that. That is in his head from 2 or 3 plays down, and when you do that, that's an easy call.
Coach Haley Steed furious at that call, but as you mentioned,
I don't know why.
Pass down low to Ashley Garner.
And maybe it's because Mahela is such a good passer, but I'm like, what? Why are we getting it to her on the wing? Oh, nice job, Kate.
Little reach there by.
So now they're calling fouls
Kate
quicker.
Miller.
Now they're calling fouls quicker, which I said earlier, Brent, that they need to do. They've got to stop the reaching and the pushing. And
24-20 is the lead for Timpview. Boy, a drive had a good look. That was Lena Ballin.
Just always a hand in your face. They are just relentless.
Wasatch with an opportunity to get within 2 or possibly 1 in this possession.
I like some of this stuff on the top.
Peyton Banky, three-pointer, no good. Short, rebound, going to be to Ballin. Ballin showing
Play back.
poor, and that's going to be another foul. That's going to be on Richens this time.
And Mackenzie's there to give some fouls. I mean, that's her job. She's going to dog you. She's a defensive specialist. But Peyton just does not look comfortable when she's letting that go.
Lena Ballin showing why she's one of the top guards in the state.
Yeah.
A junior. Doesn't show height here, but I'm guessing she's 5'8", at least 5'9", maybe.
Rotate.
Ballin sees that open three.
Jeez.
It is good. Now that Ballin seems like as much as she's done, that's her second bucket of the night, but her second three-pointer.
Yeah.
And the 5th three-pointer of the night for Timpview. Shot no good by Garner. Once again, Ballin comes down with the rebound. Ballin's got to also have 5 or 6 rebounds as well.
She is a strong player. And all of this has been done for Timpview with Rayleigh I can't remember Rayleigh on the bench.
Yeah.
That
shot is
move by Kate.
good. That's Kate Miller. Kate Miller driving the baseline. The lead was 7. Now it's down to 5 for Timpview.
Couple stops here.
There's a steal. Steal by Peyton Banky. It ends up with Miller. Here comes Wasatch. Coming down quickly. Ashley Garner's going to take the shot. A little set foot, 4-foot jumper.
If I was Timpview's coach, I'd probably get a timeout, but she's not. She's going to slow them down. They're the number one team in the state, so she knows how to coach them.
27-24, 3 minutes and 20 seconds left.
We are rotating
in this first half.
Much better on defense.
Ballin wanted to drive, but
that's
lost.
Almost a kick on herself.
Another foul by Richens.
Don't make it easy. And you know what? I keep Mackenzie Richens on her, and I keep her being aggressive.
Richens just needs to take a step back instead of going forward. It just seems like to me she's as quick, but can't get that close and let Ballin try to.
And really, at the end of the day, she's probably a great free throw shooter. We'll pay a little bit here. But I don't want things to be easy for her. And if I can give some fouls up with Mackenzie, I got other girls can come in. I'm going to let that happen. Bailey Sweat's not been back in since. And I think, Bailey's so strong down there. We might need her for some rebounding.
Ballin makes the first free throw. That's 7 points for her here in the first half. Missed second one's no good. Ashley Garner comes down with it. Gives it to Banky, and Banky will bring it down. Feely is going to take that jumper once again. A little 7-foot jumper right in the key. Good.
Feeling it.
10 points for Feely Liava'a.
Got a 2-point game here, Brent. That's where we want to be.
Passes this time errant.
Kate, get your numbers. Young lady, get your numbers.
Pass across to Danny. Feely's going to take down low. Gets it to Ashley Garner. Tie game.
Ashley.
And now Haley Steed will take a timeout.
I am not worthy. I'm bowing to you right now because, young lady, you are using the backboard. Dude, that was amazing.
That was Feely to Ashley for 2. That's Ashley Garner's 10th point. Feely and Ashley right now controlling offense for Wasatch. So
tie game. Tie game might be because we got Will Park in the house. Will is back. He had boys playing in our program. Seeing this gym starting to fill up, they know how important this game is, Brent.
Happy to have a few students here from the student section for Wasatch. Again, like you said, Ken, knowing how important the game is. So this is the first tie of the game since the 0-0 at the beginning. So, Ken, what is Timpview right now talking about in their timeout?
Well, before, offensively, they were really precision. They weren't rushing things. And I don't know that we're doing much. We are rotating better on defense, but they weren't rushing things. Their passes were on the money, and they've had a few turnovers right here. And those threes aren't going to. They're not going to fall every time. So we said live and die by it.
Wasatch tying this game with just a couple minutes, 2 minutes and 33 seconds left here in the first half.
And Brent, I'm not happy at all. Well, I'm not particularly happy with how we're passing the ball. Like, some of those are a wing and a prayer. We're just chucking it up there.
Although I will say, not a turnover for Wasatch in the last 3 minutes.
Knock on wood. I'm the consummate coach. I'm always looking for that. It could turn out good. And
a little higher pressure, half-court pressure, trap,
and she easily
broken by Ballin.
Like the Wasatch bench saying she stepped out of bounds. And look, we're extending a little bit. We are way more active, and I like to see that. And there's that corner.
Ellie Esplin, three-pointer, good.
Man, these girls have not missed.
There's 4 girls now for Timpview that have hit three-pointers, and that's the 6th
And we come down and make and have a terrible
turnover.
pass.
And the bucket good by Leah Atuaya.
Peyton is better than that.
And I guess I jinxed him with the turnover comment. Wasatch.
And I did with the 3-point. They just come out here, a 3-pointer.
Back to a 5-point lead for Timpview. Really good teams can just score quickly.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they're precision.
Feely's going to drive and good. Looked like she got a little bump.
I'm telling you, every single time Mrs. Iyer is on somebody, she's gonna give a little body on that, and she's got.
Foul's going to be charged again, way up at the top, almost at midcourt. I'm thinking, they're going to give that to Kate Miller. That's going to be 3 on Kate Miller.
And our viewers just keep growing on StingTV. So let me tell me what you think, viewers. Anything we're missing here, but what a great game.
Ballin right now showing her abilities. As we mentioned a minute ago, she's up to now 8 points here in the first half.
Boy, she is a player. And
after a pretty quiet first quarter.
And Feely will set down. I feel like Feely's a little hot right now. I don't know if she's the one I'd set. She looks a little frustrated.
Ballin makes both. Checking into the game for Wasatch is number 20, Anna Greenwell.
Down by 5 again. There she is.
Annie Garden gets it down to Ashley Garner.
A little hard.
Just off the mark. And Timpview comes down with a 5-point lead for Timpview. There's another open 3-pointer. Short. But boy, fighting for the rebound is Atuaya.
Wow.
She ends up with it.
She is scrappy.
Ballin goes to the middle of the key and makes another bucket.
Nice feathery jumper. 7-point lead.
Ballin now with 9. I take that. 9 points. And I believe all of that here in the second quarter. Pass down low to Ashley Garner.
So good. Never puts the ball down. Goes right back up. Great job by Danny.
Garner right now scoring big along with Feely. Kept this close, but someone else from Wasatch has to step up. Ballin again gets in, and another offensive board for Iyer. Almost. That's
my
not
goodness.
going to work. Boy, that needs to be consulted.
Come on. He's got to get down there and get on him.
No one's going to help him.
Nope.
So I think Iyer herself thought it was off her. She almost started running down the court.
I wonder if we got a replay on that.
So 17 seconds left here in the first half. Ball and another open 3 just off the mark. Greenwell comes down with a rebound. 10 seconds left. Kate Miller's going to drive. Tried to make the pass.
And that's where that defense comes in. These girls, and that's a kick. I think they should reset it, but
clock shot is up, no good. So Wasatch could have been worse,
right?
But Timpview showing their power, up 37 to 32 at the half.
Defensively, you cannot be weak with the pass of the ball. They have knifed everything. So as we go into halftime, we started shoring up some of the things. The turnovers stopped. They weren't hitting the 3-pointer. We were getting it inside. We're still trying to get in there. But as soon as we stop doing those things, turnovers come back. We don't get it inside. They're starting to hit from outside. Jump back up to a 5-point lead. And You're not going to pull away from this Timpview team until you start being a little more, until you make them work defensively and get some lanes and some picks and get some easy plays and get some fouls on them.
Timpview with a flurry of points at the end.
Right now, Brandon, just
6 3-pointers.
Kate Miller with 3. It's the only foul Wasatch is given right now. And then a couple girls, and Ballin's got 2. And Rayleigh's have been on the bench the entire first half, and they're up by 5. Wait till she comes back.
So the halftime score, Wasatch finds themselves down 32-37 to the number 1 RPI ranked Timpview Thunderbirds. Wasatch themselves ranked number 3, and both these teams tied at the top of Region 7. So much at stake tonight, Ken, to close out here as we're seeing the band. It looks like the marching band is going to be halftime entertainment.
It looks serious.
And but closing out a couple thoughts, again, the implications of this game are huge. Right. So yes, there's still 2 weeks left of the season, but obviously these two teams head and shoulders above the rest of the region. Right. Not that any region team couldn't do something.
Sure.
But, getting the win tonight will really help whoever it is to be a top seed. So
the higher seeded you are, the lower seed you play. Doesn't mean you can't get beat, but those first couple of rounds are a little easier getting your feet underneath you. So we want to be as high as we can.
All right, we're going to take a break here at the half. Thanks for joining us on StingTV. Once again, Wasatch down 32-37 to the Timpview Thunderbirds. So we'll let you now enjoy the marching band. Maybe before they're still setting up a little bit, we want to make sure we recognize all of our sponsors. You might see them on the screen there. Dairy King. We had the urge for a Dairy King this weekend and this week, but Lola's is one of our new sponsors, and, of course, Mountain Land One Stop and the Hub, both sponsors here this year for Wasatch High School sports on Sting TV. Quench it. Life is better when it's mixed up. Don't forget to make your way down to the Quench It here in Heber City on Main Street. And the Wasatch Back Flooring is one of our new sponsors just this last couple of weeks. We thank them so much for their support of Wasatch High School and Kelly Construction. Our own Clint Kelly, the owner of Kelly Construction. So thank you so much again to our sponsors. We'll be back right after this with the second half.
And now for what you've all been waiting for your halftime entertainment, the Wasatch Drumline, also known as the Swarm. Welcome to the
And welcome back, everybody. Second half, Wasatch High School Wasp hosting the number 1 Timpview Thunderbirds. Ken Purdy, you have a friend here in the booth.
Colin Hefferman is.
Ashley Garner makes the bucket.
What a nice feed. Colin Hefferman is probably the biggest Wasatch fan I know of, Brent. He is always texting me during the games going, hey, this is what they need to run. And I'm like, you got to listen to Colin. Colin's behind us here. I might throw a couple questions to him. He's pretty famous.
Pretty famous for sure. Three-pointer up for Timpview, no good.
And that was on
That's going to be an over the back.
Who's going to get
That's what they call that now. So.
And number 10?
That's Livia Iyer.
Yeah.
Iyer. That's her second personal foul.
So, yeah, and I talked about that at halftime with several people. Livy is a great player, and she uses her body so well. She kind of gets away with a few, and that's some great passing.
Haley Sweat.
Okay.
No call.
Yeah, really no call.
Bumped a little bit, and right away, Timpview, Ken, one of their strengths was very few turnovers, already 2 true turnovers here at the beginning of this half.
Right.
Wasatch down 34-37 here in the first minute of the third quarter.
Wasatch bring it down. Thanks for the shout out, Ozzy, and put me under the gun about tomorrow's workout. I got to show up.
Feely Liava'a.
That's great.
Down the middle.
Boy, she's playing with so much confidence, and I hope it's because I told her to keep shooting.
Feely with 14 points.
I talked with Feely's mom, Elisa, this week, and she said that she's playing so much.
Three-pointer no good. Ashley Garner pulls down the rebound.
Feely wants to do everything, make everybody happy. I've got a daughter like that, so she plays very similar in style, so I'd love to see her have
Kate
a great
Miller
night.
out on the floor playing with 3 fouls.
Yeah, and
ball is thrown away.
Well, I like her idea,
Picked up by
Kate,
Timpview.
It's a great pass.
Timpview running the court.
Boy, and they got away with one there. So number 5 checked back in, Colin. She has been on the bench the whole first half, bro.
Three-pointer up. No good.
Got it. And I have not seen.
That's Claire Birmingham.
I've not seen Claire Birmingham. She was in a little bit in the first half. I have not seen her do much. So
Claire actually started the game.
So yeah, she did start. Surprised that she threw that up.
So Wasatch has scored on 2 out of the 3 possessions here in the second half.
Colin,
Timpview has scored on none.
In my ear, Colin, tell me what are you thinking? What do we got to do here, buddy?
We're going to put Colin on a mic. Three-pointer, good.
And that's what we need. Those are helping. That's the first lead tonight, Brent. We're going to welcome Colin Hefferman with
another
us.
steal by Ashley Garner.
Head up, Ash. Oh, that's
going to pull it back.
That's such a good play by Ashley.
Feely's going to take another three-pointer. Good.
Money.
Feely Liava'a.
Oh, I don't know what it is from this vantage point, but when it leaves their hands, and I can see it behind here, I knew that was on. Feely was 17, and Peyton Banky with 4. So we get Peyton on. That's a nice job.
Nice ball. Job. Deflected pass by Feely. Feely looking gas.
She is.
She's going to take a breather.
You know what? That's a good time to set her because she is all go.
Yeah,
all go, Colin.
All we have to do tonight is no turnovers.
Brent, you're right. That's exactly right.
Great point, and Brent. And
pass down low.
And no fouls.
And that's off the bucket of easy bucket for Rayleigh.
Yeah, and Ash can be a little more aggressive than that. And I'm looking at the foul. They must have just upgraded him. Ashley has no fouls right now. And okay.
Kate Miller saves. Peyton Banky kicks it out to Miller. Miller drives baseline, and baseline shot for Kate Miller.
That was a good shot by Wasatch.
Yeah, that was Kate Miller, Colin. And she's not your big scorer, but she has been big tonight. And Ballin is just doing too much on her own.
Thrown away. And they're going to call the foul.
They haven't called a kick all night. and they throw down one.
Oh, they called a kick. Gotcha. Okay.
They have not called, and we've had 20 of them calling.
Yeah, that was not a very good call.
Well, and then we just leave it at that. We try not to. We know they do a bad job. They missed, but they have missed on both teams. So
the refs are not very good tonight.
Shot up, no good. Rebound by Richens.
And Rayleigh.
Wasatch on an 11-2 run here to start the second half.
Rayleigh's a big scorer, but man, she's been on the bench. She is cold right now, and
pass
that's a
down
great
low to Ashley Garner.
Ashley Garner.
Danny to Ashley. And a timeout. 13-2 run for Wasatch.
Ashley
Is
Garner's.
that your good luck?
Yeah, Ashley Gardner's on fire.
She's on fire every night. She's on fire every night. Feely's on fire. She's checking back in. And we've got to get Peyton Banky off. She just does not look comfortable.
Yeah, I was just going to say, all of this without Peyton Banky. But you know what? That's what happens sometimes.
And we talked
other
about
players have to step up.
But and you know what, Brett? You're going to have a bad game. You hope it's
not even a bad game.
Right?
She's handling the ball well, and she's hitting the free throws at the line when she's up, and
really defensively, she's a strong defender.
Yep.
We always have a bad game sometimes.
Yeah.
So a 6-point lead is the biggest lead of the night for Wasatch.
Kind of like Steph Curry has a bad game sometimes too.
Yeah.
You're right. And again, even a bad game for him means kind of normal for everybody else,
Yeah,
right?
he's still dropping 30 in, Colin. And you know how that was. You play a little rec league ball.
What's wrong with the Warriors this year?
Yeah.
Some three-quarter court pressure now from Wasatch.
And the way to break the
Timpview
press.
handles it well.
And we're back, though. Look, we're in great position when the ball crosses that timeline.
Little anticipation there by Richens, almost pays off. Atuaya hits a three.
Nice shot.
You know what I love about the Timpview girls? They don't hoop and holler and do the thing like the boys. She just business as usual.
Yep.
Business as usual.
Danny Garner up the top. She's going to get across to Richens. Feely's going to take a three-pointer just off the mark, but Ashley Garner wrestles it down, and she is fouled.
Absolutely you are. And I'm telling you.
Nice shot, Ashley.
I'm not going to call a player out, but it is a style of play where your hands are always up, but your hiney is in them, and you're moving them off the ball, and you can't do that. And not only can't, I'm going to rant a little bit, it's unsafe.
Absolutely.
Very unsafe.
Looked like the foul charged after, right as the shot was going in.
And that was a great shot by Ashley Gardner.
Basket good.
We have a
three-point play successful for Garner. Garner now 21 points.
Our boss just chimed in, Corey Lang, and he really stated the most obvious thing that he has ever stated before. Feely is on fire. I love it.
Well, let's quote that. Print it.
I miss Coach Lang. Coach has the subtleties. He knows the game so well that I love his insight.
Little reach by Richens.
Yeah.
They're going to call that before the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to say before the shot. Richens, I believe that's going to be 4 fouls on Richens.
You got to just.
Oh, no, that's not. I take that back. Wow, they somehow gave that to Peyton Banky.
You got to squeeze that down. She's just putting her shoulder down and going through it.
That was not a very good call.
Yeah, but I think it was the only call that they could make, Colin. I really do.
Banky charged with her first personal foul.
Well, you got to square that up and take the charge.
Yeah.
And the defensive pressure for Wasatch is just cranked up tonight, or the last quarter and a half.
Mullen's going to step back, shoot, no good. Ashley Garner wrestles it down and sprints down like a sprinter. But she pulls back, gives it to Feely.
Good defense.
And Rayleigh's going to take her full court. She was right up on.
Banky looked at the three, pulled it back.
Shoot it.
Gives it to Danny Garner, who bobbles it. She's going to have it taken by Ballin, and here comes Timpview. Only 2 turnovers for Wasatch here in the third quarter. That's blocked by Danny.
I thought those two.
Wow.
She got bailed out by the ref.
They're going to possibly say
that was
with the body.
Colin,
with the body, they're saying.
We try not to call out the officiating, but that was not a great call. Not a great call.
Ballin at the line. She will shoot. Yeah, they're going to say it was shooting. So,
wow.
Yeah, a little bump, just barely bump, but.
And within 6.
Ballin, 9 points. Misses the second, but Timpview ends up with the rebound. And they will reset with the new shot clock.
I heard the football team got a new coach.
They did?
Shot up the middle, no good. Yeah. By Naliai.
And then that might not have been a great idea to keep her out. She is really cold off the bench.
Well, she sure had a good look, though. Feely, no call. Shoots it out.
Yeah,
good. Mackenzie Richens.
And Mackenzie is our defensive specialist. She's going to dog yell down the court.
That's her first bucket of the night.
Nice shot.
Coach Hull, get her wound up into her.
The lead is 8 for Wasatch. That's the biggest lead of the night.
Nice shot.
Once again down low to Naliai. She gets it no good. And she's going to get
That's
called.
A foul.
Oh, they're going to call the jump ball. Naliai,
wow,
for sure thought she had called.
Colin, I got to stand up.
Made her 4th foul.
How do you call that a jump ball when she's from behind? That is insane.
That's not a very
Here's the
good call
replay of that. Naliai thought she had been given her 4th foul. Instead, Naliai comes. Shot is off the mark, out of bounds.
And that's almost a foul, too.
Rayleigh Naliai most definitely looking a little frustrated, guys.
The possession arrow is in our favor, folks, so that's a good thing to look at this. But I'm not sure that was a jump ball from behind. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Minute 15 left here in the third quarter. Wasatch with a monster scoring binge here in this third quarter.
I don't blame them for being mad.
18 on the shot clock. Feely's going to drive. Gets bumped. They're going to say it was before the shot.
Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it.
We'll take it all day.
2 fouls on Ellie Esplin.
So that's going to be 3 starters for Timpview now with at least 2 fouls. 1 with 3. Mihaela Speridon's down low. Shoots it up, no good.
We're not going to get anything. And that's not a straight up.
I thought Speridon probably had a little more. She kind of faded away a little bit if she had gone maybe a little more up. Instead, Timpview with an opportunity here. Shot clock down to 20. Game clock at 40 here in the third quarter.
There's that corner that's open. I don't like that. And they're going to front and back.
3-point opportunity. Good. That's Namu Lauti.
Boy, and they have just
Namu Lauti.
They just continue to hit those, and it's just effort.
That was a good shot by Timpview. Good shot.
Peyton Banky gets it across midcourt. Gets it over to Kinsey Richens. She gets it out to Feely's going to take a long 3-pointer, no good. Mihaela Speridon comes down with it. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, stolen by Ball, and she has a chance to make this shot, and it's just off the front of the rim. So Wasatch with a monster third quarter now leads 50-45.
That was a wild third quarter.
Timpview scored a couple of buckets there. That gives them, it looks like they will now be able to look at Timpview. Sorry. So 50-45 is the lead here in the third quarter for Wasatch. So 18 points scored that third quarter for Wasatch. That erases the 7-point deficit.
Yes, it does.
And puts them in lead. Now, fourth quarter, there has to be what, Ken? For Wasatch to maintain this lead.
So we have to count on Timpview not being as sharp with the ball offensively. I've seen them catch the pass, dribble it, pick it up, do the things that we were doing earlier. The roles kind of change. And I think Wasatch has got to keep pressure. We can't dribble around the perimeter. We need to rotate it around, and we need to drive the basket. We need to get into Ashley.
We also need to pass the ball more.
Yeah, well, and more efficiently, Colin.
And
more efficiently.
What I've been watching is we need to go around the circle and pass the ball and don't wait 30 seconds or else they're going to steal the ball.
Right. Well, all good stuff, my friend.
Because I learned that from Carla when I played with special needs basketball. If you wait 30 seconds, the other team steals the ball.
Yeah, you give it that long, they're going to get it, and they're going to contest every
heavy
play.
pressure at the half, at the midcourt. That's Ellie Esplin on Feely.
Got to get a screen on here.
Peyton Banky,
Coach Hull,
not getting any open looks at the three. She gets it down low to Mihaela Sparidan.
Yes.
And Livia Iyer.
And that'll be 3 on her.
That'll be 3 on her.
I have no idea how that's only 3.
I think they play Cedar Valley next week.
Third foul on Iyer.
Home.
Iyer scored early, but has not scored since the beginning of the second quarter.
We need those from the young freshman. Great move inside. And I'm telling you what, guys, she is going to be so good.
Sparidan misses second, but Ashley Garner gets the offensive board.
And a foul.
And fouled. Bucket does not fall, so it'll be 2 free throws for Garner.
And that is the first on Janae
Namu Lauti.
Wow.
That was a good play.
Coach, I am really just kind of throwing it over to you. I'm such a chicken.
Garner misses the first.
Oh, Garner, come on, man.
Got to use a little bit of legs and down. She's a tired girl, Colin.
I know.
You have to forgive Colin and I. We're a little bit of fans, and we tend to.
Yeah, she's tired. Oh, geez.
Who are you calling that on? How?
They're going to call that on.
That's a walk.
They're going to call that on Sparidan.
Yep, and you know what?
On the
She
rebound.
just grabbed the ball.
So her first personal at Sparidan.
Bad call.
Well, we can't cat call the umps calling. We got to be good to them.
I know.
The umps, the officials, they have a tough job.
They really do.
And it's going to be tougher as this time gets down and a 5-point game.
Almost stolen by Richens.
Come on, defense.
That's Ballin, drives down the middle, no good, but Iyer gets the offensive board, another offensive board, and this time puts it in.
She stays with it. She is so scrappy. Speaking of scrappy, the queen of scrap, Feely.
We need a timeout or something.
Wasatch lead down to 3. Feely drives.
Get in there.
Shoots. Foul is going to be charged
and he's going to put it on the
before
ground.
the shot. So Wasatch will be taking it out of bounds.
That was
they
a
charged
good
it
play
on
for Wasatch.
25, but there isn't a 25 on the floor.
Yeah.
So we still don't know who it was. Oh, there he just changed it. So they're going to give it
22.
to
And that's Ballin.
So Ballin now has 3 fouls.
And that could, if she gets a couple quick ones, Brent, that could affect these guys because she is
Feely,
I love it.
Fall away. Sparidan with the offensive board.
Mihaela,
and the put in.
Okay.
That was a good shot for Wasatch.
Defend and
There's no fouls in
Ballin handling very well, getting out of that
so strong
heavy pressure at the half court.
She's clearing a little bit with her hand. Okay.
Down low. Naliai, she's got the spin around, no good.
That is not an
rebound
easy shot
by Feely.
Over Mihaela Sparidan, who leads the team in blocks.
She made it.
Peyton Banky's going to drive.
That's a nice, get in there, girl.
Yeah!
Peyton Banky with the basket and the harm.
There she is. We had a Peyton Banky sighting. Colin, we've been wondering where that girl is.
That was a good shot.
We've been wondering where that girl is. And our camera crew is
Foul going to be charged to Esplin. Now Esplin with 3 fouls.
Is she a freshman?
She is a freshman. No, Peyton is not a freshman. She's junior or senior.
Peyton Banky is junior, I believe.
And she just moved in
just
this
looking
year,
that up.
Colin, and we
yeah, she's a junior. Banky completes the 3-point play.
I got to settle down over here. We got the camera crew they're crazy over here, these girls.
55-47
I thought we were gonna
is
night
the
that.
lead for Wasatch. 6 minutes and 3 seconds left in this game.
Peyton Bakley is really good.
Kick out the open wide 3-pointer, no good. Ashley Garner rips down the defensive rebound
that's
again.
That's a foul. That's another foul. I just can't. I don't know why we can't seem to pull the trigger when number 5, when Rayleigh puts her.
Looking down
And
low.
that's a foul.
Stolen by.
Yeah, I saw it.
That's a, that's a
Valiai.
push.
Yeah, that's a foul.
Yep. Tell me that's on 2-2. That's 4. That's huge.
We're gonna referees consulting with each other now.
They put that on Ballin. That is 4 fouls on this young lady.
On Wasatch?
Oh, they're not gonna say, oh wow. That's too easy.
They're calling.
That's too
They're
easy.
saying something about a no call now.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is.
That's a.
That is
Here's the replay. So
it's clean
Richens-
steal, and then she. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good replay to have. Kick out. It's got to be a 3-second violation, but Spariton rips down the rebound.
She is coming in huge in this game because there's not many
Oh,
girls.
that's a foul.
There's not many girls.
Pass down low to Garner, does a little head fake. Garner shoots no good. Spariton once again, but this time can't hold on to it. 5:10 left here in the game.
That's okay. That's okay.
8-point lead.
8-point lead for Wasatch. Ballin drives, no good. Spariton comes down with a rebound. Boy, Ballin had a good look.
Boy, she's a little tired.
Audrey Hull going to call a timeout.
Not a bad timeout, but however, Coach Hull,
Yeah, that's a good timeout for Wasatch.
Timpview is exhausted, Colin. And
Yeah,
I think
I
you
know.
keep
I
a little
agree.
pressure on it. And Ashley Garner has not had a look in a while.
Yeah. And I think that's a good timeout for Wasatch.
Still, Ash with 21 points
Yeah.
tonight.
Yep.
She just always does her job. And Peyton Banky, Peyton Banky 7. She's starting to come alive a little bit.
Yeah.
There's some replays from the first half.
Great job from the
Fili
scrap.
Liava'a and Ashley Garner owned offensively the first half, and yet still Wasatch found themselves down 7
Man,
at the half.
I have never seen a more stoic three-point shooting team than Timpview. They act like it is just like, hey, this is what I do.
Yeah.
This is what I do, and they knocked it down. They have not had some free looks. We've been really, really good.
Yeah, they've had some looks, and that's what I was just going to say. If those start falling, this game will become much closer. But as for now,
I would
Wasatch
think so.
with an 8-point lead with 4 minutes and 48 seconds left in the game.
Timpview in a zone, little matchup zone.
I would think it would be closer if we stopped, turning the ball over.
Oh, you know what? That has been going all night on the other side. For us to get that,
You gotta be kidding me.
Ashley Garner
it's our first foul tonight.
going to be charged with I guess you would call that a positioning foul.
Jeez. Yeah, exactly what he said. She said she hooked her, but
That was a bad call.
come on.
So a break for Timpview.
And it was probably a good call, Colin, because she probably did it.
Yeah.
But it's been going both ways, and we got to call it evenly.
Well, we've been having bad calls tonight.
All night, Timpview has that time the bucket good by Atuaya.
Leah is so silky smooth, and she doesn't crack a smile. She doesn't get mad. I mean, she's just like, this is what I do.
Heavy pressure way up top.
And they finally
On the
got
guards.
a pass off. Timpview
Fili Liava'a tries to drive, gets it down low to Spariton. Spin move. She
God,
gets
great
under the
job.
basket. Who's that one going to be on?
Man,
Either one of those fouls is going to be 4
I
fouls.
love this girl going to work because that's where your money is, and we do not have and we don't see her a lot in a game down like this, Brent.
Olivia Iyer, yeah, you're right.
That this is not where it's not what we do is throw the ball inside to her. We go to Asher or even Danny.
Spariton misses the first. Olivia Iyer was given the 4th foul, her fourth personal foul.
Timpview finally got a shot off.
We don't have Fili back up on the scoreboard. I can't tell you how. I mean, I know she's in the double digits in scoring. Nobody in foul trouble except for Kate
Spariton
Miller.
makes the second. So
That was a really good shot by
56-49,
Wasatch.
7-point lead for Wasatch over the number 1 ranked team in the state. the Timpview Thunderbirds.
But they can come back, and this girl has been
Atuaya,
deadly.
wide open three. How does
is
that wide
deadly.
open happen?
Deadly.
Atuaya now with 15
And
points.
right now, she's the only one hurting you.
Atuaya
She is.
has had a similar game against Wasatch. Peyton Banky, no good three-pointer. Not sure that was the shot they wanted.
Yeah. Paige, you got the green light. That hand with Ballin is going to get her in trouble.
Atuaya again, wide open three. No good, doesn't hit, but then Sheridan's going to get called with the foul.
Bailed out. Yeah, Peyton is not
Olivia
comfortable.
Iyer.
And they're extending the zone, and that was Iyer that was in her face right there, and she just normally Peyton just eyes down the
That was a bad call.
the tornado and lets it go, and she's been hesitant tonight.
Iyer makes her first.
She is allowed
That'll
to have
be
a bad
9
game.
points for Iyer.
She is
They're
allowed to
leaving
have
her in there with 4 fouls, 3:27 left in the game, and the 7-point lead is down to 3 for Wasatch. Iyer smoothly makes both.
It's a 2-point game, folks.
Yeah,
We are going to
it
go down
is.
to the wire here, Colin.
Yeah, we are.
Wasatch has not scored in almost 2 minutes. That's out with the Sparidan free throw.
Sure.
Feely's going to take a little off-balance shot. Garner ends up with it.
Yep,
She's going to be fouled.
4.
That's going to be
Let's see
4
who they
on,
put it on.
Ballin.
2-2. That's 4 on
Lena
her.
Ballin now with 4 fouls.
And I'm telling you, she gets one more, and
She's out of the game.
That will hurt this team.
it will hurt them immensely. Even though, she's getting, boy, the cheeks are getting red. She does so much, and I mean, she's spending so much energy that we were seeing her slow down a little bit.
Garner makes the first. Yeah, that was just kind of, I'm not sure. I was thinking the foul was going to be on, and either way, it would have been somebody with 4 fouls. Garner
Gotta
sinks
have
both
those.
of them.
Gotta have those.
Both free throws.
And Michaela ends up on the ground.
58-54
Got to get out
is
there.
the lead
especially
for
on her.
Wasatch. Another soft floater, no good, but that's going to be knocked out of bounds.
And how are you doing that?
Oh!
How do we do that? Colin.
Bad call.
Well, 4-point lead, 3 minutes left.
Bad call.
Timpview will have the ball under their own basket.
Wow.
Okay, Colin,
3 minutes left.
we'll let Coach Martindale do this. This is his specialty.
And Timpview throws the ball away.
Very rare turnover.
A very uncommon mistake by the Thunderbirds, excuse
Yeah, it
me.
was.
You got to capitalize on this, Coach. Like every time down the floor, you got to make something happen.
Namu Ken, comes out of the game. And Esplin checks back in for the
That was a
Thunderbirds.
really good play.
2:50
But really
left
good turnover.
here in the game. Wasatch with a 4-point lead. The lead was 7 for Wasatch.
Peyton a little hesitant to fire.
Richens gets it down to Sparidan. Sparidan shoots, gets her own rebound. And that's going to be 5 fouls on Livia Iyer.
And Liv, you're not supposed to just run to the back. I mean, it helps out instead of staying on the court, making them take you out. But
Yeah, totally.
Iyer fouls out.
you don't have to make it a grandstand. We know she's out. Just bring the other gal in and let's get going. Don't set her at the line and get cold.
Ashley Gardner.
Coach knows.
Iyer fouls out with 9 points.
She played a great game.
And she will come out of the game, back into the game.
Now let me tell you, the reason why I know
Namu Lauti.
the reason why I know Eric played a great game because I'm complaining about her, right? So
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's a real compliment. That's a real compliment.
She has been a thorn in our side all night long.
Ashley Gardner has the ball again.
This is
Sparidan hits the first.
Boy, this is
Sorry,
big time
I
for the
said that
freshman.
name wrong. Namu Lauti.
This is a big time for the freshman to step up in a game this magnitude. This is not the girl that we thought would be
Timpview.
taken over.
They're going to say Ashley Garner stepped over the line. Oh, that's too bad.
Oh.
That's Sparidan sunk it, but
It's interesting that we are that on top of it now. After we've watched all these, a lot of calls go.
Ashley Garner stepped into the key a little too soon. So the second basket by Spariton, she sunk both of them, but the second one won't count. So once again, at the timeout, 59-54 is the lead for Wasatch. The number 3 in the state, Wasatch Wasps, with the
really
5-point lead over the number 1 team, Timpview Thunderbirds. Guys, we want to mention another one of our new sponsors here on StingTV, Kilowan Construction. We appreciate their being sponsors for us. Kilowan Construction is a home builder construction here in Heber City. They are on Main Street, is their main office.
Their webpage, they have some beautiful homes on there. Quality work. Quality work. Colin, really quick, we're gonna let Coach Martindale take this home, so we gotta let him talk a lot. Tell me what you think. What do we got to do here?
Just take care of the offense and take care of the defense.
Yeah, it is all about Coach Coach Hallis, the old Chicago Bear coach, said, "Hey, this game's about blocking and tackling."
Yeah.
Or maybe that was Newt Rockney. I can't remember. But it's about, and this game is about defense, boxing
and
out,
control,
and control. That's a really good point.
and no more turnovers.
So we got 22 ball and four fouls on the floor. We have 2 other young ladies with 3. Rayleigh being one of them. Number 5. She's been super quiet this game, but she can explode. She's going to back you down. They're going to go down to her.
2 minutes and 23 seconds left in the game. Timpview most definitely taking their time. Shot is blocked by Spariton.
And I'm telling you, that 6'3" is changing her shot. She is not being able to do what she wants in there. That's a good pass.
Ashley Garner at the top of the key. Feely thought about the three-pointer.
Hit it, Pate.
Peyton Banky has it stolen by Ballin.
Boy, I don't know that anybody has played Peyton as tight as Ballin has. This young lady is a talent. Oh,
deflected by Feely. And down low, no good. And the rebound by Richens and a foul.
And I'm not sure what Timpview's coach is complaining about.
Sorry, Nali Ai is going to be given her 4th foul. Very frustrated, missing that shot.
And Coach Steed can be frustrated, but that was a foul. And here the thing is, Rayleigh she's been doing that all night. She's been a little frustrated.
It was a foul.
And I think it's because she got a little cold the first half. But I'm telling you, if that young lady gets on, we're in trouble.
It was totally a foul.
Kinsey Richens at the line misses the first.
Kids need these
free
girls.
throw. Lead is still 59-54. Timpview is going to take a timeout.
I totally agree. That was a foul.
We talked last week, Brent, about girls stepping up at this time of the year because they're overplaying. Peyton Banky is not going to have oxygen to breathe. That's how tight they are. Ashley Garner is going to be. They're going to be in Ashley's face. So Mihaela steps up. Freshman steps up. So it is great to see Kate Miller and Mackenzie. I mean, these are girls that you wouldn't normally see, right? At this point of the game, setting on the free throw line. So the fact that they're there says a lot about some growth on this team. Girls are growing up. Win, lose, or draw right here tonight. This is a great. This is a game.
It's exactly what you'd expect.
And folks will see this again. This could be the last 2 teams of the year right here.
Totally.
As we mentioned, the RPI rankings this week changed. Bountiful got 2 big wins over ranked teams, so they jumped up, even though Wasatch also got wins.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Bountiful just happened to beat somebody a little higher ranked, gave them a few more points. So the RPI ranking, Timpview number 1, Bountiful 2, and Wasatch 3.
Superintendent Sweat and his wife Terry are in the house. This is a big game. We got the big boss here. There's no bigger sport fan than Paul Sweat.
Coming out of the timeout, Timpview calling their timeout. They have 1 remaining. Wasatch still has 2 timeouts. Minute 37 left in the game.
Kins, we need one from you, babe.
Kinsey Richens off the board.
Oh.
So no good, and here comes Timpview, 54-59. So we have a inadvertent whistle going on.
Really? And why?
The referee's consulting for a second on something, so we're going to see.
That's not a benefit to either team, to be honest with you, Brent. It gives these guys time to set up. Gives us
Still
time
not
to set
sure
up.
what that was.
Yeah.
So
I have no idea what
And
that
it
was.
stops the clock.
minute 30 left. Timpview has not scored in over a minute. Ballin has a shot, and that's deflected, so they're going to give it to Timpview.
That was the right call. And let me tell you what, she's got 2-3 on her, and Feely is keeping the rear end down, the feet moving, and then making it hard. I love. Face it. You've got to face players. You cannot turn your back.
Ball passed in way up at the top. Ballin's going to take a long three-pointer.
Wow.
Good.
Wow.
And just like that.
Man.
Now the scoreboard only shows that it was a 2, so it's 59-57. Or am I wrong on that?
It's 58-59.
It was 54, so that is right. Yep.
Foul's going to be on. That's going to be all
somebody's setting
for
down. One of them are setting down.
Naliai.
Let's
Is going to be charged with the foul.
Really?
And you know what? She
That's a
had to
good
make
call.
that foul, though.
Yeah,
I got to
yeah.
give it to her.
But I would rather,
That's a great call.
I'm telling you, I'd rather Ballin sit down than her.
Right.
She is too good to be in here, and you just saw that 3 she just knocked down.
That's right.
That's a great call. Great call.
So the foul given to Rayleigh Naliai
Young.
will be her 5th foul. She comes out of the game. She comes out with 4 points.
Area Skips comes in for her. She's a freshman.
Ashley Garner hits the first.
Now we want to keep one more away and got to guard the 3-point line.
That makes the lead 60-57.
So right now the perimeter is the most important.
Garner, clutch.
Really?
4 for 4 free throws in the last minute and a half.
Really nobody inside that can kill us. So you've got
50 seconds left.
with Coach Hull, I'd go man-to-man right here, Coach.
They're trying to set picks for the three-pointer. That is up. That's going to be long, but it's board by Feely Liava'a.
Go!
Feely,
Whoa.
they're going to call a travel on Feely. So
Okay.
That was a bad
inopportune
call.
turnover there
Half a stop.
for Wasatch.
Shot clock is the same as the game clock,
Yeah.
so this possession is on these folks.
Timpview's going to call their last time out.
Yeah, that was a bad call, dude.
Essentially, probably a good call, Colin. And Feely knew it as soon as she did it, but what a big rebound to clear that out. We'd rather have that out on the side than underneath the basket.
Yeah. Totally.
So they can hit a 3 here, and then they're going to foul. So
Right.
we're going to put us on the line. So having this little bit of this 4-point lead is a blessing at this point.
So I was just going to ask you that. So does Wasatch, they don't want to over-protect the three-pointer, but just enough to get a hand in the face three-pointer, right?
I almost think they do, and the reason why I think they do is because they have been absolutely deadly from there. I would go to a man-to-man, and I would overplay everything. There's really nobody inside that can help me. Now, they'll dribble, but I've only seen Ballin dribble drive.
Okay.
I haven't seen the other ladies on the floor for Timpview. I don't know who they come back out with. I've not seen any of them go in the paint. And when we have seen Leah go to the paint, she's not been great. She's better on the perimeter. So I think you overplay the 3 and you make them beat you on a 2.
Yeah.
See, now, if I'm Timpview, and I'm not a basketball coach, but to me, I just want to go score quick.
Yeah.
Anything, even if
I
it's a
would agree.
2.
That's what
I would
I'm
agree,
seeing
Coach.
tonight.
I'd
And
agree.
then they can play at that point, go ahead and foul.
Coach, this is a new generation, and they love the 3 ball. So I'm gonna
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna prey on their.
Balling gets the
I totally
gets the
agree.
possession out of the timeout. Down to 27 seconds. Timpview, that's the shot I would have loved right there.
Great
That's
shot,
good
too.
by Janae
Okay,
Namu.
come back and help.
shot.
Lawati.
Come back and help.
They're going to get it to Garner. Garner's going to get it back to Feely. Feely gets it across. They're going to try to foul her.
Good job. That's who you want in the hands of.
I like it.
Feely has not shot a free throw tonight.
No, she hasn't.
So this will be Feely Liava'a's first free throws of the game.
I like it, Coach. What about you?
Feely with
love it.
17 points.
I love it, Colin.
And a 2-point lead. So it'll be 2 for Feely.
I like it.
Feely hits the first.
Boy, what a gamer. Coach Lang, we got somebody shooting for your position over here, so we need you to get healthy and get back, or you might find yourself in the production truck.
Feely misses the second, and Timpview comes down. So there's an opportunity for a tie in this game. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Ballin can't get a shot off. The shot is off. It's no good.
We're going to win.
And that's the game.
That is a great win.
Wasatch Wasps defeat the #1 ranked Timpview Thunderbirds here in the nest at Wasatch High School.
Well, 1-1. This is heating up to be down the line a huge game between
Yeah,
these two teams.
I like it. That was a really good win for us.
Okay.
And I think we need to play better than we played tonight. Better on defense, better on offense, control,
Yeah.
and
That is exactly right.
more stuff.
Colin, who's your player of the game before we let you go?
Ashley Gardner.
Ashley, good job. Good job, Bubba. Hey, we're going to let Colin go.
Colin, thanks for joining us, buddy. Great job.
Great fan. This guy is always sending me texts like, hey, Coach, this is what I think they need to do. And I'm like, Colin, either get on the staff or send these to Coach Hull because I'm busy. Love the kid. Coach, some girls stepped up tonight. And I think Mahala was the X factor, but my player of the game's Feely. I mean, her scoring, her defense, she passed the ball well. What a fantastic job.
Yeah, I agree. And you talk about the teams here, you know, these two teams just battling. Very, very similar. Can carbon copy, but not carbon copy, mirror copy of the game at Timpview. Wasatch leading the first half and then going down in the second half. Same thing here. Timpview, the road team, taking the early lead and a lot of control.
Sure.
And then Wasatch having a monster third quarter to win that game. So
and you want to get down to bare bones. Peyton Banky was not Peyton Banky tonight. 7 points, 2 fouls, a lot of assists. Great defensive night. But on the other hand, for Timpview, is Rayleigh didn't show up. You know what I mean? Yep. And she is a player. The X factor, that's where Mahala came in, squaring her up at Mahala. What we got her listed at 6'3". She's not used to that, and Mahala did a great job going up and down. But those two girls are not going to be off every game. So,
well, and you know, you say Peyton, I think she just didn't have the looks that she would normally have, and you know teams are going to do that.
Yeah, well, we talked about it. You got film on every team, and that's
right.
Listen, every team up here is going to do the same thing Timpview did to her tonight.
Right.
You got to get something to get her open.
But that shows, and to me, this is an important characteristic for Wasatch. That when one of your players gets taken out, she still does her job defensively. She still hits 2 free throws there in the fourth quarter, but that shows that someone else can step up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's exactly what a winning team at the state level is going to need.
We talked about it last week.
They showed it tonight.
We talked about that last week, Brent, that someone else, and even for the boys team, someone's got to step up when they're shutting down your big player. But nobody bigger than Ashley Garner, too. I mean, she just continued. 25 points tonight, 1 foul.
Right.
You know, she really stayed out of foul trouble. Nobody really threatened us in the paint.
Right.
You know, once Rayleigh went out early in the first half with a couple of fouls, we didn't see her again, and I think that did not benefit Coach Steve because they brought her in. She was cold.
Yeah. Yeah. For Timpview, the Thunderbirds, their top scorer, averaging 14 points a game Lena Ballin ends up with 12.
Wow.
Janae Namu Lauti ends up with 8. She's a sophomore.
And
Leah Atuaya, the freshman, 15
Wow.
points. So she leads the Timpview Thunderbirds tonight. And that's we're not going to like seeing her over the next few years.
And she just did it with like effortlessly.
Yeah.
Like it didn't even look like she was working hard for that. Well,
Like
I tell you
any-
what, Ballin did so much on the court tonight. I mean, if you had an overall MVP, they didn't get the win, but you would give it to Lena Ballin, because that girl is strong, great, handles the ball well. Just she does everything.
Timpview showed amazing defense at the beginning, and Wasatch made some adjustments and did that. And once again, they also showed passing, and again, Wasatch adjusted to that. So for Wasatch, final scores, Fili Liava'a, 18 points, and how many assists and how many rebounds and steals. So a complete game for her. Peyton Benke does end up with 7. And like we mentioned, may not have had the open looks, but still, when she got fouled there in the fourth quarter, hit both free throws to keep the pressure on Timpview.
Right.
Ashley Garner, 25 points, and also averaging 10 rebounds a game. Mihaela Speridon comes in, as you mentioned, Ken, the off-the-bench player of the night, maybe you could call her, 4 points, but heavy presence defensively.
Man.
On the Thunderbirds.
So. You know, she made people adjust shots, and then when Rayleigh came back in, she didn't have an. She usually backs girls down, turns around, and Mihaela just great defensive.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure her mom's on the coaching staff.
Yep.
So well-coached young lady, and kudos to Coach Hull. Man, I gave her a lot of tips. She didn't listen to anything, and they win the game. So keep doing that.
So the win for Wasatch moves them to 7-1 in Region 7, and the lone first place team in Region 7. So Wasatch on their goal of trying to win a region championship. As we mentioned, Timpview has been unbeaten until a couple weeks ago, and they lost to Salem Hills in in Region 7.
And those come back to bite you.
And Salem beat them by almost 10 points. So
was that home or away? And
you know what? I just had it up, and
I would assume it's on the road, and that's where it gets teams late in the season. Is you get a little complacent, you go on the road, and a team's got a little extra fire. The crowd's on your side,
and especially knowing how tough Region 7 is.
Yeah.
You know, so Salem Hills 45-37. So they won by 8. And it's at Salem Hills. So
tough place. And this region, when it's as close as this, you may see another one. You may see Wasatch or Timpview fall in the last couple games. What do we have next week?
So for Wasatch, their upcoming next few games, they are another home game this Friday night. Sorry, let me see here. We got this. Yeah, Cedar Valley is here Friday night in the Nest. And then they go at Spanish.
Oh, it's going to be a tough place to play.
Home game against Salem and at Maple. So no way, shape, or form is either of these two teams have an easy schedule ahead of them. So
and I'm going to tell you, there is not an easy game.
An easy game.
There is not an easy game on the schedule for either one of these teams, because they can be beat. Well, both Spanish and Maple played us tough here.
Yeah, very much. The loss for Timpview tonight puts them to 15-4 on the season and 6-2 in Region 7. They now will be number 2 in Region 7, and Wasatch now takes over the lone first place spot. So, Ken mentioned your player of the game. You already said.
I'm going with Feely.
You said Feely?
I've already posted it. Oh, I know. Greg Watts.
Good job.
Does the announcing, and what'd you see tonight? Well, I mean, what was the X factor for us? Yeah, she just never stopped. Yeah. And
I agree.
she just does it effortlessly, like you don't even realize it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, and Gary, I think that Greg, I think that hurt him, because when she came back in, she was cold. And then my X factor, my MVP is Feely. another thing. But my X factor is Mihaela Spiridon at 6'3". That young lady, number 5, is used to backing everybody in the thing, turn around, doing whatever she wants. She had a. Yes, she did. We saw that from several Timpview girls tonight. So, man, thank you, my friend. I know, we heard you. We got to plug Mr. Watts too. He is such smart. I coached his son, and Greg Watts, and he is a great parent. If you want to coach a kid, you couldn't ask for a better parent. You couldn't ask for a better kid. His kid was so coachable, and you see why. Coachable kids have great parents.
That's right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
I'm not saying bad. Uncoachable kids don't have great parents, but it usually runs downhill. And there's no reason. There's a reason why he's such a good kid.
So to wrap it up here, Wasatch High School girls basketball, one of their biggest victories. Almost in program history. This is as big as it gets. Defeating the number 1 ranked 5A Timpview Thunderbirds. Once again, the final score 62-59, and that moves Wasatch first place in Region 7, and undoubtedly will move them up in the rankings RPI. Now, I don't know if that means, to me, you beat the number 1 team. That's got to give you enough points to go to number 1.
Absolutely.
If you're at number 3,
Absolutely.
no matter what Bountiful does this week.
Still 28 viewers on here. And so I'm just, Coach Lang hit at something. Thanking our sponsors, and I'm going to go through them quick. Phone Doc, Quench It, Kiloween Construction, Dairy Keen, One Stop in the Hub, Muhammad and the guys, Wasatch Back Flooring, Kelly Construction, and Lola's. So we thank those sponsors coming in. If you want a shout out or just help give Coach Lang some extra money to get this thing on the road, you have a couple willing announcers that would love to do it. We love to do this, though.
If any viewers, your business, you'd like to participate as a sponsor with StingTV, you can contact any one of us, Ken, myself, Brent Martindale, or Corey Lang, and we would be happy. The kids have gone out to get sponsors, and that's been a big difference.
Super, what a great crew. I don't know the names of them. Corey has the names.
Isabella right there.
But his crew here is Coach Lang's sick tonight. Corey Lang's sick tonight, and they came in and run this thing, and they do it, guys. Well,
let's give credit to student producer Kelsey Mahoney.
Yeah, Kelsey's great. I always thought she was Coach Lang's daughter, so I apologize, Kelsey, but she is fantastic. She is a rock star, and all I do is just throw the headphone on them.
Everybody in the truck. So great job. So thanks for joining us here on StingTV. We will see you again next broadcast. Of course, the boys later tonight, but Friday night. Here in the Nest, Cedar Valley comes to town, and the number 1 ranked Region 7 Wasatch Wasp will try to defend their first place. So thanks for joining us here. I'm Brent Martindale for Ken Purdy and Corey Lang in the game. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.